When my wife and I came to the US 20 years ago, we stayed in an apartment. And over the next 10 years, we moved from one apartment to another. After 10 years and having our son, we were itching for a place to call our home. So we ended up buying our first house, a sweet condo in a nice neighborhood. While we were very excited to finally own our own home, the reality hit us soon. See, my monthly mortgage payment was very similar to what I was paying as rent for my apartment. So I thought financially, it's not going to make much of a difference. But boy, was I wrong. There were so many expenses that I never planned for. And I'm not talking about just the furnitures that my wife absolutely had to buy for our new house. There are many expenses that come with home ownership. Buying a home without knowing and planning about them could be a big financial mistake. First are property taxes. Do you know that some of the richest people in US don't pay any taxes? Because they hold their wealth in stocks. And with stocks, you pay taxes only when you realize some gains by selling the stock. Kind of makes sense, right? But not with the home you own. The government has cleverly decided to tax the US citizens on the value of your home, year after year. Even if you don't realize any gains by selling your property, you're liable to pay tax every year. In fact, even if you're underwater on your property, you will owe property taxes on it. Now, you may be paying those taxes as part of your monthly mortgage payment to the bank, but it's not the bank that determines the property tax. It's the city, county, or town in which the home is located. An ad valorem property tax payment, which is like tax according to the value of your property, can easily go up to $500 or even $1,000 a month. The effective average rate of property tax is 1.1% nationwide, but it can vary greatly based on state and city. From an average of under 0.4% in Alabama to more than 2.2% in New Jersey. So one tip for you is not to buy home in New Jersey. Well, I'm kidding, but only sort of. Knowing the tax rate should play an important role in you planning your finances and through your home buying decisions. Second is homeowners insurance. Most mortgage lenders will insist that you show a proof of mortgage insurance before they can disburse the mortgage. The home insurance is typically based on the value of your home, and home insurance prices are rising fast. Take my own case. I live in a suburb of Atlanta in Georgia. My own home insurance premiums went up by 30% at the start of this year 2024. So I thought, okay, I'll look around and see if any other company would give me a better quote for my business. To my surprise, I couldn't even find another company ready to give me a quote. Two of the largest national insurers, State Farm and Allstate, are no longer writing new home insurance policy in the state of Florida and California, primarily due to the increased risk and threats from hurricanes and wildfires. But the key message here is that the homeowner insurance prices can be raised dramatically by the insurance companies, and there is not much that you can do about it. You need to have a buffer in your budget to be able to digest and manage these changes. Next is HOA and condo fees. If you buy a residence that has a homeowner association or HOA or condo association, when you typically buy a condo, you'll be required to pay a monthly fee. This charge typically covers services that benefit the entire neighborhood, like garbage collection or snow plowing. Our first home was a condo with an HOA or condo association, and I learned a big lesson on HOA fees. So I knew going in before buying the house that there is an HOA and I have to pay a monthly HOA fees. I believe it was about $250, so I factored that in our budget. But a few months into us owning the condo association decided to do some major upgrades and renovations in common community areas. And to fund those renovations, they decided to levy a special assessment of $100 on top of the $250 that we were already paying. So now I had to pay $350 a month on HOA fees. Unfortunately, such experiences are far too common across the country. Next on the list is a big one: maintenance and repairs costs. Big advantage of renting is that typically your landlord would pay for repairs and maintenance. See, when we stayed in apartments, I loved that pretty much any problem related to the house or the apartment had one easy solution: a quick call to the apartment office or the owner. But as a homeowner, that burden falls on you. You are now responsible for fixing the leaky faucets, cleaning up the gutters, replacing or repairing the roof, giving the place a new coat of paint, repairing cracks in the driveway, and removing dead or hazardous tree from your properties. And the costs quickly add up. In fact, I have seen new homeowners severely underestimating how much they are going to spend on repairing and improving their house. With HVAC, electricity, roof, plumbing, there are simply too many things in the house that can break or fail at any time and require costly repairs. I have owned and lived in 3 different personal homes. I've also owned rental properties. Based on my experience, I would recommend budgeting anywhere between 1 to 2% of your home's value as an yearly maintenance fund. If the home is newer, relatively newer, and you and your family are living in it, your budget can be closer to that 1% number. On the other hand, if the home is older or you have renters living in it, they are simply not going to care as much as you would yourself about the property. So then you should be budgeting closer to 2% mark. The best tip that I can give you for keeping the cost of maintenance of your home low is to be a little bit more handy. See, you can't really stop the need for maintenance work on a home. So the next best thing that you can do is to keep the cost of repairs low. And labor cost is often 60 to 80% of the repair cost. So if you're able to handle simple repairs yourself, you're going to save a lot of money. And learning these skills is simpler than ever. See, you can learn most of the small projects on this platform itself, YouTube. There are also videos and classes offered by stores like Home Depot and Lowe's. Community colleges and libraries may also offer such classes for free. Another very important tip for reducing expenses on repairs is to invest in a professional home inspection before buying your home. A home inspector is a licensed professional that conducts thorough review of a home's most important components. Its structure, HVACs, roof, plumbing, electricity, and he does all of that before you purchase a property. See, now if the home inspector finds some minor issues with a home, which is very typical of any old home, you can use that report to renegotiate with the seller. They can either fix those issues before they sell the house to you, or they can pay you to fix those issues before you actually move into the house. However, an inspector may also find some major issues in the house which may save you from buying a lemon of a house. It may be a great idea to even hang out with friends and family who are current homeowners. They may be able to tell you about their own experiences and things which are common hidden expenses, particularly in your area. I hope you took some notes and would find yourself better prepared when you're ready to take that step of becoming a homeowner. But don't let this list discourage you. My only intent is to make sure that you are better prepared and walk into homeownership with your eyes wide open. Remember what Benjamin Franklin said: by failing to prepare, you're preparing to fail. If you like this video, you may want to check out this other video. I would also appreciate if you like this video and subscribe to the channel. Thank you.